Hi students, the fifth sum is the figure given below shows three long straight conductors A, B and C carrying currents of 3 ampere, 1 ampere and 2 ampere respectively. The wire B is of length 0.5 meter. The middle wire B is having a length of 0.5 meter. It will experience a force. How much we have to find out. So this problem is very interesting. Lot of concepts are involved in this problem. So you can see here three straight conductors which are carrying currents. Now the conductor A, the first conductor A is carrying a current of 3 ampere in the upward direction, upward. And the conductor, second conductor B is carrying a current of 1 ampere in the downward direction. Do you remember in the theory you have studied that when two current carrying conductors are kept parallel to each other, they will attract if they carry the current in the same direction. Parallel currents will attract and anti-parallel currents will repel. Is it not? So the current carrying conductor A will repel the current carrying conductor B because they are anti-parallel currents. Okay. Now the third conductor C is carrying a current of 2 ampere in the upward direction again. So if you consider the conductors B and C once again, now the third conductor and the second conductor, they will also repel each other. Okay. Now you see here at this point of the second conductor, you take the point anywhere on this conductor. There are two magnetic fields due to the conductor A and C. So at this point, at any point on the conductor B, at any point where the conductor B is located, there are two magnetic fields. One is due to the current carrying conductor A. It is carrying a current of 3 ampere in the upward direction. Upward direction. When the current is flowing in the upward direction means the magnetic field will be anti-clockwise. So you can see here the 3 ampere current carrying conductor is producing a magnetic field at the place of B, okay, at a distance of 3 centimeter, and that magnetic field is going into the board, understand? So I can say that the magnetic field due to the first conductor at this point is denoted as B1, okay, and that is into the plane of the board. At the same point, there will be another magnetic field due to this current carrying conductor, that is 2 ampere. And this is also carrying a current in the upward direction. So you see here, the current is upward means the magnetic field is going into the board on the right side and coming out of the board on the left side. So the magnetic field due to the 3 ampere flowing through the first conductor is inward at this point. At the same point, the magnetic field due to the conductor carrying 2 ampere will go into the board on the right side and come out of the board from this point. So this B1 will be inward, and B2, the field B2 due to the conductor C will be outward. Understand? So the net field, the net magnetic field at the point where the second conductor is placed is B1 minus B2. That first we have to understand. B1 minus B2 is the net magnetic field due to the two end conductors A and C. At the point where there is B1 minus B2 magnetic field, here second conductor is placed. That is carrying a current 1 ampere. This current carrying conductor B is going to experience a force. Understand? That only we are going to find out. So for that, first at the point where the second conductor is placed, that is at a distance of 3 centimeter, what is the magnetic field due to the first conductor is taken as B1, and that is equal to mu naught into I1 divided by 2 pi into D1, 2 pi into D1. And this is now equal to, I will multiply the numerator and denominator by 2. So that this will become what? Mu naught divided by 4 pi, okay, mu naught divided by 4 pi into 2I1 divided by D. So into 2 into I1 is how much? 3 ampere. So 2 into 3 ampere divided by the distance is what? 3 centimeter. So this is a 3 into 10 power minus 2. 3 into 10 power minus 2. Okay. Now this 3 and 3 get cancelled. So that this mu naught by 4 pi, the value of mu naught by 4 pi is equal to what? 10 power minus 7. It is 10 power minus 7. So I will again, I will substitute here in the next step. So B1 is now equal to, this mu naught by 4 pi is 10 power minus 7 multiplied by 2 into 100. So this is 200. So 200 into 10 power minus 7. So this is equal to 2 into 10 to the power of minus 5 Tesla. Okay, 2 into 10 power minus 5 Tesla. Similarly, what is B2? What is B2 equal to? Let us find out. B2 is equal to, same like this I will write. So this is mu naught by 4 pi. Mu naught by 4 pi into 2I2. So 2 into current I2 in this conductor, third conductor. Okay, in this conductor. So I can write this as a B3 itself. So this is a B3 at this point. So this is equal to 2 into 2 divided by, the distance is 4 centimeters. So this is 4 into 10 power minus 2. Okay. So the magnetic field due to the third conductor at the center, that is equal to B3. So instead of mu naught by 4 pi, I will substitute 10 power minus 7 into, this 2 into 2 can be cancelled with 4. And this 10 power minus 2 is coming to the numerator as 10 power 2. So this is what? 10 power 2. So that now B3 is equal to 1 into 10 power minus 5 Tesla. So first we are finding the magnetic field at the point where the second conductor is placed due to the current flowing in the first conductor, that is B1. Similarly, current is flowing in the third conductor, that will also produce an opposing field at the same point. So the resultant field at the point where the middle conductor is placed is B1 minus B2, because they are in opposite sense. One is going, B1 is going into the plane of the paper, B2 is coming out of the plane of the paper. Therefore, the magnetic field where the second conductor B is placed can be written like this. Magnetic field at the point where the second conductor B is placed. Okay. So this is equal to B1 minus B3, and that is equal to, B1 is 2 into 10 power minus 5, this is 1 into 10 power minus 5. So this is 2 minus 1 into 10 power minus 5, that is equal to 10 power minus 5 Tesla. This is the net magnetic field at the point where the second conductor is kept. Okay, in this field, how much force will the second conductor experience? Force experienced by a current carrying conductor is BIL, is it not? So the magnitude of the force. So force F is now equal to B at the point B into the current flowing through the second conductor B into the length of the second conductor B, all in terms of B, the middle point. Understand? So this is the magnetic field at the point where the second conductor is placed. So this one we have to substitute into the current flowing through the second conductor, that is 1 ampere, into the length of the conductor B. So what is its length given as 0.5 meter. So this is now equal to, so this force is now equal to this 10 power minus 5, 10 power minus 5 multiplied by the current flowing through the second conductor, that is 1 ampere, into the length is what? 0.5. So this is equal to 0.5 into 10 to the power of minus 5 Newton. So the force is F is equal to 0.5 into 10 power minus 5 Newton, or this also is equal to 5 into 10 to the power of minus 6 Newton. Okay, now there are two options, C and D. Whether this force is from left to right or right to left, we have to find out. See, I already told you, if you consider only the first conductor and the second conductor, the currents are in the anti-parallel directions, is it not? So they will repel each other. the middle conductor is being repelled on the right side, repelled on the right side. Similarly, if you consider the second and the third conductors only, here also the currents are in the opposite sense. So, the third conductor also will repel the second conductor in the left side. But whose repulsion will be greater depending upon the strength of the field, is it not? So, B1 is greater than B3. Therefore, at this point, the net force will be from left to right. That is why which option should be correct? The option C is the correct answer. Okay, so this is an option C is the correct answer. So this force must be from left to right. Have you understood? Fine. Problem number 6. Two wires with currents 2 ampere and 1 ampere are enclosed in a circular loop, like this circular loop. Another wire with a current of 3 ampere is situated outside the loop. This is a 3 ampere outside this loop. The line integral B dot dl around the loop is to be found. So you must be knowing that law with which we are going to solve this problem is Ampere's circuital law. So Ampere's circuital law is also called modified form of Biot-Savart law. So this is Ampere's circuital law. And the statement of Ampere's circuital law is closed integral of the magnetic field B dot dl is equal to mu naught times the net current. Okay, net current, that is I enclosed. The current enclosed by the Amperean loop. This circular loop around the current carrying conductors is called as Amperean loop. So how much current is enclosed by the Amperean loop? That only is called as I enclosed or the net current. Any conductor outside this Amperean loop does not contribute. Okay. So you can see here the 3 ampere flowing through the third conductor is outside the Amperean loop. So it does not contribute any current. So the net current or the enclosed current is only due to this 2 ampere and 1 ampere. Understand? So if this 2 ampere and 1 ampere are in the same direction, means the net current will be equal to 2 plus 1. Suppose if the 1 ampere current is in the downward direction opposite to that of this 2 ampere, means then the net current is 2 minus 1. Anyhow, in this picture it is given both are in the same direction. Therefore, this must be equal to what? Mu naught into 2 plus 1. So this is equal to 3 times mu naught. Okay. In the same, if the current 1 ampere is in the downward direction, means then it will be 2 minus 1. Okay. Anyhow, for this picture, since the currents are in the same sense, same direction upwards, so it is a 3 into mu naught is the answer. So which of the option is the correct? Option C is the correct answer. Okay. Therefore, option C is the answer. Okay, fine.